Hey everybody, hope you guys all had a great weekend. Today should be a good one. It's been a pretty crazy week, and there's a lot of things happening here. I'm excited to break down a few things. I'm gonna first go over my short-term thoughts covering Bitcoin, just the majors, XRP, Ethereum, Sol. We'll take a look at the order book, some order flow stuff, and then I'll give kind of a high time frame analysis. Something I haven't done on X recently is I've shared some type of high time frame things, but with live streams and videos, it's just so much more fluent and easier. So I'll do that, kind of go over total, kind of look at where we are in the cycle, because obviously there's a lot of disparity and arguments about where we're at. So I think it will definitely be useful there. And then I'll cover kind of what I think we're seeing here with the liquidity fragmentation and just altcoins in general. I'm sure you guys know most altcoins, they've been really just getting shredded. And, it's a pretty interesting phenomenon, should I say. 2017 was not like this at all. 2021 was not like this at all. And I think that we might be entering kind of the late stages, should I say, of the adoption cycle, where less useful or projects that are complete speculative without any substance behind it might actually continue to spiral down. And the kind of games of spraying and praying and just buying whenever you want and thinking that that's going to make you money, I believe that those times might be over. And then I'll kind of cover my thoughts on the ISO tokens. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen me talk about that. Just kind of what we're seeing with the market pricing in Hbar, XRP, XLM, XDC, even Algorand. So I'll cover that, and then throughout the whole stream, definitely open Q&A. I'll take some time to, and towards the end, if there's a lot of questions or anything, would be glad to cover that. So you guys let me know if you guys have any questions. When I'm going over charts, feel free to throw them in. I'll keep glancing at them. And last stream was good. It got a little bit rugged, but I'm pretty sure we should be good today. It should be pretty smooth. So if there's any issues, let me know. But I'm pretty sure I figured them out. So yeah. So yeah, we'll start off here with Bitcoin, because of course I think that the time we're at right now, at least the last week, as we can see, I mean, this has been some pretty crazy price action here. I mean, I don't know, I don't even know the last time I've seen something like this, and we could even go back on the chart. I mean, it's been a while. This has definitely chopped up a lot of people, and nobody knows kind of what's next. And to put it simply, I'm sure you guys know I like to use these volume profiles here. So the volume profile here, it essentially shows you the volume traded at each price level compared to looking at volume kind of on each time. I'm sure you guys know people look at the volume down here. Personally, that definitely has use, but I like to look at volume at a price level because it kind of gives you the actual areas where price was agreed upon for a while and a lot of people transacted. So to put it simply here on Bitcoin, the way I look at this is we have this profile here since November 16th. So basically right when we broke above 90K. And these dotted lines here, this is called the value area low, and this is called the value area high. So this is a 70% value area where the most time has been spent. And as we can see, when Trump was this, well, technically, we actually broke out on the weekend, and then, Trump got inaugurated here. And we've been spending a lot of time above our previous value area. And simply put, that looks like a complete expansion to me. And it looks like consolidation between 2 to 1% below the all-time high. So in my honest opinion, when I see these things, people just expect, which it could happen, people expect either just a straight line out or a straight line up. And I'm obviously ready for both of those. But, simply put, we might see some type of fake out here before the real direction happens. And even if this goes down, I could see a fake out like this. And, next week's FOMC, that's the federal fund rate or interest rate decision. And with Trump pressuring the Fed recently, I think it's going to be interesting. The market definitely is putting a lot of weight on that, in my opinion. So I think that it's going to be super useful to kind of see what happens on Wednesday. We might get a breakout before, but the real breakout might not happen until past Wednesday time. So it's definitely something I'm keeping my eyes on. But generally speaking, I use all these VWAPs here as well. I'm sure you guys have seen. These VWAPs here kind of just show you the average positioning or kind of the average price weighted by volume, which gives you a good idea. And Bitcoin's been, holding very steady above all that. So, technically speaking, in the simplest view, and I'll switch over here, it feels like Bitcoin's kind of priming for a really large leg. And I know that might sound simple, it might sound cliche, but, simply put, if you look here, I posted this, a few days ago. Bitcoin consolidating above about a 4-year trend line. And if we go through, we've seen this many times before. So this was 2024 ETF sell-off. This right here was 2020 COVID bottom. Kind of had a top trend line, broke above, went parabolic after. 2020, same thing happened there, right before we broke the all-time high, the previous all-time high of 20K. 2017, exact same thing happened here. And 2017 mid-bull trend. So if we look back at where we're at right now, and we see on this high time frame, we're consolidating above this top trend line. Then if we go back and kind of look at the short term, it just looks like Bitcoin is really ready to just pop. And, I'll definitely play each area here. But in my honest opinion, I think that this week, with everything that's been happening, I think that, people are underestimating what just happened. Like, for me to put it the simplest way, since I joined crypto and I started really trading and getting involved in the markets in 2017, this week, what we saw with Trump and the US administration embracing crypto, I don't think I've seen something that bullish before. And then the repeal of that SOB 121, that basically allowed banks to hold crypto a lot easier. They were allowed to hold it before, but they basically had to list it as a liability on their balance sheet. So, that simply put is, in my opinion, the simplest thing that banks, they're getting involved. And with Trump and David Sachs as his cryptos are, I just feel like people are underestimating how bullish this actually is. Like, this is a super, super bullish thing. And people, I don't know. I mean, just the timeline, we might be in a little echo bubble on X, but, it seems like everybody's just, they're not excited. It's like the euphoria or even the optimism, it's like it's completely dwindled. And I just want to reiterate to all you guys watching, like, in my honest opinion, we've seen this week the most bullish thing crypto has ever seen in its life. Like, the fact that we have the most powerful government now talking good about it, within 100 or so days, we're going to have clear regulations. He's going to have ban CBDCs, clear regulations for stable coins. I mean, if we just zoom out and forget about this little range that we've been up in, I definitely think that people are losing sight of the big picture. Like, there's so much sideline capital in this market that has just been waiting for any type of green light from the government, any type of clear regulation or clarity to just enter the space. And I think people are underestimating that. So throughout the whole stream and just general going forward, we have to sometimes zoom out of this short-term price action and realize, like, we're entering a very interesting time. And that's why I want to touch on this altcoin survival, liquidity fragmentation. Like, we might be entering a time where the speculative projects are going to die. And I'm sure you guys know about the .com bubble. There were thousands and thousands of companies, and they all just, basically after 2000, 2001, most of them crashed to zero. And what happened? We saw the winners come out. And that's what I think is happening right now. In my honest opinion, like, the fact that we're seeing strength in some of these assets, I think we're entering the stage in crypto that, for 8 years, I always hoped of utility. And I always hoped of, crypto actually solving a problem. And I'm pretty sure we're on the cusp of that. So I just want to start off by saying that type of stuff. I think that it's super, super interesting thing. And I just think that people are losing sight. And I see some people here in the comments. Absolutely. I mean, we're definitely in an echo bubble. Retail is definitely clueless. And, I think that it's interesting. People calling, tops in, no alt season. I mean, hey, everybody has their own opinion. And we, at the end of the day, nobody knows what's going to happen. We just use analysis. We use data to kind of give in our experience to kind of give what we think. But like, with Bitcoin consolidating 3% below all-time high, I mean, even if we do need to come down here, I mean, I don't see a world where this does not resolve up in the next month or two. I mean, this is, this to me just looks completely primed. This type of price action, and to put it the best way, this is how tops are put in. they're put in quick. And the reason why they're put in quick is because people don't agree on price up there. People have agreed on price here for over 8 days. And I just think that's a good thing for me to note here. So kind of go over to Ethereum here. As you guys have known, Ethereum sentiment is in the gutter. I mean, absolutely in the gutter. And I think that all of my metrics, devs are abandoning. The GitHub kind of, commits, which is how many changes that they've done to the chain or different updates, they've plummeted. The holders are plummeting. So I don't know. Ethereum has a sweet spot for me. I don't necessarily know the future of it. If Trump really is all about American, just all American projects, I mean, there's a chance that Ethereum does crumble. And I hate to even say that. It's probably crazy to say, but like all of the analysis says it's possible. So for Ethereum here, I'm still a trader, so I would love to jump on strength, kind of right when we break these local highs. I think that will be a clear long up to 3.7K. And of course, we'd have to reevaluate when that time comes. But, I think that I still own a little bit of Ethereum as well. I know it's crazy. I accumulated back below 2,000, so not too concerned for the lackluster performance. But, I'm sure some of you guys have been holding it, and I wouldn't say to abandon it, but me personally, I would just rather jump on strength when we see it. We could sit here and, predict when the strength's going to come. But how about we just jump on strength when we see it? Because the way crypto works is, some people hate to buy after something's pumped. But like here, instead of trying to buy Ethereum throughout here, if you just wait till you saw the strength of the break, look, you had plenty of things to run right there, So I see a comment here that says our cycle's still in play. I just want to mention that real quick. I have a good feeling that we might not be in this 4-year cycle anymore, and we just haven't realized it yet. It's hard for me to say too, because all the data still says we are in them, but there's a good chance that Bitcoin and crypto is just going to start following legacy markets to where they just put in little corrections, whether that's a few months or not. I just think that when we have the entire herd looking at these perfect 4-year cycles, it makes the probability of that continuing to be pretty slim, in my opinion. Definitely pretty slim and pretty low. So, I think that the 4-year cycle, I'm not going to put too much weight on it. I'll keep it in the back of my mind. But, I just think that with all these newcomers and traditional finance coming on board, I don't know if we're going to follow these perfect cycles. I'll put it that way. So let's move over to Sol here. Sol here with, the Trump token launch. It got a nice pump up, and man, it looked bad down here. I mean, the monthly chart, the weekly chart, it was looking bad. So the Trump meme coin launch really saved this thing, I got to say. But this as well, it's like, if I look at Sol here, even if we put it back on the log scale, like this is not how tops are put in. This is how a top is put in. It's put in quick. I don't think a top is put in where you're grinding higher like this. And I mean, look at this. It's literally just a few percent below its all-time high. So if we look, or it's 2021 all-time high. This as well. I mean, this confirms my idea of Bitcoin. This thing just looks primed to just pump. Just go on a crazy face-melting rally. And I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow or next week even, but I think it's really on the horizon, and people are just losing perspective of where we're at in this, even in the charts. Forget about the cycle, even where we're at in just seasonality with what just happened with the administration and everything else. So I'm super excited here. If you guys have any other questions about this, feel free to let me know. I'll just cover a few more majors here, then we'll take a look at the order books. So XRP, sure most of you guys want to see XRP. XRP here, I'm sure you guys have seen, of course, what we're seeing here between the Bitcoin maxis and, the XRP people, or even just people that want to see all of crypto succeed. That's crazy. I mean, it truly is crazy. I never knew people were that, like, I hate to say it, but brainwashed about, like, how a technology should advance. I mean, that is just the things I've seen. Man, I've been blown away by some of those things I've seen. I mean, it's like pure cognitive dissonance, just absolute, just cherry picking, false information, spreading it around. So, the fact that this is happening where it's at, I don't know. And I had a few notes, and the one thing I wanted to say was, I have a feeling something big is on the horizon next week or the week after for XRP. I don't know if that's going to be, something that regards the strategic reserve. I don't know if that's going to be something for, the lawsuit being dropped. But just to me, I mean, Cade says he can't hear. Looks like volume's fine on my end. Let me know, guys, if you can you guys hear volume fine? I think it should be good. It's looking like it's coming through here fine. Yeah, audio all good. Okay, awesome. So yeah, back to what I was saying here with XRP. You know, the fact that it's consolidating right below its all-time high like this, guys, if we just put that in you know, put that in our minds and realize that we have thousands of people that are going crazy over XRP, saying XRP's a scam, Ripple's a scam, you know, just terrible stuff about XRP, which, hey, everybody's got their own opinion. That's completely fine. You know, everybody can say whatever they want. I mean, I don't mind it. But if you're just spewing completely false information, I mean, you know, we'll see how that ends up for them. So on the short term here, I mean, this thing is tightening in a way I haven't seen before. I said yesterday, it's calm before the storm. If I zoom out, you guys can see, I mean, look at the candles here. I think I had my VIX up here. We pull the VIX on top of price here. We can see that the last time we had volatility this low was actually right here, right before we had that last leg down before basically the whole trend reversed. So something's ready here. And just, I guess my intuition says something is happening. Something's happening behind the scenes. And whether that's the lawsuit going to be dropped or, you know, Brad Garlinghouse or Ripple's going to be on some commission, I don't know. I just feel something's in the air. Like the fact that we have these Bitcoin maxis going crazy too, something is in the air, guys. And it's happening, you know, 20, 30 cents below all-time high. So I don't know. I'm just keeping close eyes on this. Of course, I'm holding strong. Of course, I still have a bullish view. You know, back to what I was saying earlier, I mean, this is how a top is put in. Quick. You guys see right when we hit 290, bam, you know, we came down fast. Look at what XRP's been doing up here. It's been holding so well above $3. It's like people are agreeing on price up here. So this is super interesting. And, you know, we have this breakout. And once again, I see these all the time do this. Everybody thinks it's over. And then before you know it, it does that. So just be prepared. We might see something like that. I'd love to just see that. And great, we can. But just simply put 220s or 320s that level we need to break. So that 320 level, that right there would kind of break this downtrend structure. And we'll pop over the order books here in a second. I'll show you guys. It's completely empty. So it's whoever steps up here first is probably going to be the winner. And if we look at Bitcoin here, same concept. I mean, look at how tight that's getting there. So, of course, it's probably going to be Bitcoin as well. You know, if Bitcoin drops, I don't think XRP is going to go inverse. So we're still by the balls of Bitcoin. But like I said, don't be surprised if we see this to kind of get back on those VWAP bands, just one last touch. But anything over 290, this thing is super bullish. Let me just take a second here to catch up with the chat if there's anything. How much left does XRP have in the bull cycle? I don't really know because, you know, if we go back and look at, you know, the past cycles, we could look at past cycles and, you know, I like to do that. But at the end of the day, guys, I think we're in a completely different time here. You know, this is a different time. This is a completely different time. I mean, we have Brad Garlinghouse meeting with JD Vance and, you know, Trump. We have a strategic Bitcoin reserve potentially, or not Bitcoin, digital asset reserve. So it's hard for me to say like how long this is going to last. Because who knows? This can last much longer. But if we just look at things like this, I mean, you know, technically speaking, we're already past that time. So this fractal still works on different time frames, but like, you know, we could be just spending more time. I mean, it's a more matured market. This market down here was way thinner. So, you know, so yeah, are you waiting of the 2026 bear market to add more Bitcoin? I'm definitely not adding Bitcoin up here. I mean, I've had Bitcoin that I've had for a while, and I'll continue to hold that. I think that, you know, unless Satoshi's revealed, as I've been saying, I think that Bitcoin will, of course, just continue to price higher. You know, and as for the cycles, I don't know, guys. I might be wrong here, but like we might not see these 70% pullbacks anymore. That might be a thing in the past. It really might be. And I'm glad. I mean, if that happens, I'm absolutely glad to see that. See what Austin said. Dom, I know you're a trader, but curious to know the high time frame outlook for XRP. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Just a few more things here, and then I'm going to go on a more high time frame view. some things I'm sure you guys really haven't looked at or some people don't really share often. And I'll show you guys my favorite indicators for that type of stuff. So yeah, exactly. I never felt like crypto like this. It's insane. We might become legit. It's exactly right. I mean, we've been in this space now, guys, for, years and years and years and years. And at the end of the day, everybody's kind of written off the idea that these cryptos will actually do something in the real financial system. And just like I've been talking about, we might be on the cusp of that. Like, I'll switch over here and kind of show what I was talking to ChatGPT about last night. And it was just giving me great views. I mean, I use it all the time. I've been using it for 3 years, and I know really how to I know how to prompt it to get like a more in-depth and just not surface level explanation. And I'm sure if you guys saw my post, it was really, really interesting what it had to say. So yeah, those are my views on XRP. I mean, there's not much to say, guys. We could sit here and predict what's going to happen. Is this going to break up, break down? I mean, of course I'm leaning bullish. The fact of flipping its previous high right here, just holding right below its all-time high. I mean, to me, this is a bullish setup. They just might trap longs. That's all I'm saying. They might trap longs. So just don't be surprised if you guys see longs get trapped. But more so, it really is depending on Bitcoin. But like I'm sure you guys know by now, I'm totally leaning bullish. Even if we need a fake out below first, I mean, I will be very shocked if these charts do not resolve higher and Bitcoin doesn't hit an all-time high within a week or 2 or 3. That's my honest opinion. I think that it's definitely on the cusp. XLM, it's been pretty weak, to be honest. I mean, I shouldn't say weak, but, guys, it pumped. Let's see here. I mean, it was a 600% pump. So, for it to chill out like this and kind of go sideways, completely fine with me. And if we just take off all my VWAPs here, say, make it a little bit messy, this is a fine accumulation structure. It's a completely fine. But just like this, I'll jump on strength. So when we see that we're back above these VWAP bands, that is when, I'll take leverage trades. Of course, I'm still holding spot. Been holding spot for a while. We'll continue to, because, at the end of the day, I think that XLM here, I think that XLM is probably destined to at least put in a new all-time high. So let me just check. Always hear XRP haters say XRP is centralized because a lot of it is handled by Ripple. I don't think that's true. I mean, hey guys, that's somewhat, it's not false, but there's a lot of coins that are like that. I mean, look at the Trump coin, 80% locked. So, want to talk about inflation or not. And the best thing is, Ripple can't just wake up one day and say, hey guys, we're dumping all 40 billion on the market. Can't happen. That's a released escrow, 1 billion per month. And hey, people say, oh, they've been dumping on the holders. Oh, really? Well, if they've been dumping on the holders, then why is almost every single holder in profit? I mean, if you bought XRP at any point in this entire chart, you're basically in profit. I mean, besides if you bought the Pico top, last week, you're down 8%. It's like, okay. So, of course, people can say, Ripple went sideways or XRP went sideways for 7 years, this and that. I mean, hey, guys, if you guys just look at the facts, they got sued right here. I mean, this is, look, it was ready to take off. And, people, they hate to look at these facts because they don't like facts. They go off of feelings, and, their minds can't comprehend something other than, what may be the truth there. So, yeah, guys, it's a crazy thing. I think it's definitely good to educate people, but there comes a point where I'm not going to sit on X and argue with people. I'm sure maybe you guys have seen some of my threads recently or replies to some people. It's like, I'll say a few things, but like, I'm not one to go sit there and just, bicker back and forth with these people. It's like talking to a wall. I mean, it's actually like talking to a wall. So maybe save your energy, say a few words, and then move on. But there's enough people that are trying to educate, so happy about that. But all right, yeah, let's argue more, they deserve it, exactly. But yeah, so let's take a look at the order books here, guys. So, something I've been posting here about on Bitcoin is we're like stuck in this range where I haven't even seen this before. I mean, we could see, sometimes we have, a bunch of orders below or above, but guys, we're like trapped right here. And that's what I find really cool. It's like, look, we have about 1,000 Bitcoin above us, and right below we have like about 600 Bitcoin. So it's like, Weber steps up here as well, and that's why the order book analysis, guys, it's so powerful, because guess what? This was not unexpected. And the reason why is because you look at the flows. Flows aren't strong enough to eat through these walls or these walls. It's like if bears come down, they got to really sell a lot to come through these buy walls down here. So same thing right here. You know, we're gonna need bulls to step up. So it's gonna be fun, guys. I mean, I'm excited to see what happens here. It's gonna be a super cool thing. But yeah, not much to say as for, you know, it's not too useful, besides we're just stuck in a range. And this is why I love the order book, because it shows you when we're going to be in a range, you know. But one good thing is we could see orders have actually been getting pulled the last few days. So we could see the orders here above been getting pulled. And let's see if bids have been rising. Yeah, bids have been rising. So pretty bullish thing here. Definitely seen a bullish thing. If we need to dip down, got a lot of support. Pump up here, bulls should step in. And then same thing with XRP. You know, these order books are thin as can be, guys. I mean, these are really thin books right here. We could see where there's thick books are these yellow lines. And look, I mean, each time we hit a yellow line, it kind of gives a reaction. You know, this is, that's why I love order book stuff. I mean, it's just amazing. We could see right here, 1.6 million XRP. It's like we hit that, probably consolidated for 30 minutes. And then same thing right here. Tag that sell wall, rejected hard. Same thing right here. Tag that sell wall, wick came through. Enough bulls ate us here, but this is kind of when we slowed down. And then look, that was the top here. You know, we had, what was this, about a 1.5 million. So if we look here, I mean, guys, there's nothing here. I mean, there is not, I mean, 900K, like there is nothing. So just a little bit of buying comes in, send us right here. And at the same time, a little bit of selling, you know, would send us back down to about 290. But like I said, this trap right here, I'm prepared for this. This right here is something I see all the time. So completely prepared for this if it happens. But, you know, everything still points to bullish. I mean, this is not a bearish structure. Would love to be wrong, but I still don't see an area where XRP does not resolve upwards in the next few weeks or months. So patience, patience, patience. If you're a trader, I'm not one to sit here and just predict. You know, I see these times, it's like when things were in these pennants, it's like, hey, you could put a long on here, put a stop below here, but that's where you might get trapped. That's why they send it lower, to trap you, stop you out, and then send it higher. Same thing above. You know, if this is we're going to resolve downwards, we'll send it higher. You know, if you're in shorts, take your stops out right there. So you just got to be careful there. So me personally, I'm pretty flat on leverage right now, just because I'm not you know, interested in playing this mid range. I mean, this is mid range across the whole board. So if you guys have any questions about this, feel free to ask. See if there's anything. Content's gold. Appreciate that. Thank you. Kate says I wrecked the XRP bears. I mean, hey, the price wrecked the XRP bears. You know, there's not much to say. I always say these people are complaining. It's like, hey, go look at the facts. Go look at the data. The data is XRP has outperformed Bitcoin this cycle. So, you know, we could sit here and complain all we want, but the market obviously likes it. You know, the market definitely likes it. The more XRP FUD, the better. I would agree to some point if there's enough people educating. You know, because if there's all these Bitcoin maxis saying XRP centralized, it's a scam, Ripple can print more. You know, if nobody's correcting that, then some people might just take that as the truth. So, you know, that's why I think it is good to educate and go under those posts and kind of tell people like, hey, you know, that's probably not true. But at the same time, like, I'm not the person to sit there and argue with people. So there's a fine line there. Curious of the VWAPs and your views on the data for ADA. Might cover ADA. Definitely might cover ADA. Appreciate that, Andrew. Trading Light is awesome. Trading Light is awesome. Max price prediction for bull run for XRP. People always ask me for these price predictions, and I don't know. I definitely I don't know. It's hard for me to say. I mean, I know the consensus is like 7 to 11, so we'll see. You know, we'll see. I mean, I think it depends, guys. If XRP is in a strategic digital asset reserve and the lawsuit gets dropped, in my honest opinion, and the XRP ETF gets passed, I fully believe anything under 10 is FUD. I mean, at that point, if we have those three things, I think at that point, anything under $10 would be complete FUD. So that's my honest opinion. As for price prediction, I mean, hey, guys, this is why the order book stuff is good, though, because, you know, we have the blockchain backer love him. You know, he presents data in an awesome view. The way that he can present the data and the analysis and comparisons, I mean, he's got some amazing skill there. And he loves fibs, and that's fine. Fibs can work, but I'm not someone who, you know, the fibs are good, but this is why I like the order book, guys, because if XRP goes up to, you know, $10 or $7, this is how we're going to know if there's a top being printed soon. If there's no orders, you know, price is just going to continue to rally. And that's why it's like, hey, you know, I'll use that confluence and say we hit those levels that BC backer talks about, the 9 or 10 or 11. The important part here is going to be to look at the order book. Is there big resistance up there? Is there a bunch of, you know, orders? Is there a bunch of supply? Is buying weakening out? You know, that's exactly what we'll be looking for. So I think that it's going to be important to use both of those. So yeah. Then last thing here on the order book stuff is Sol. Sol's pretty thin as well, guys. I mean, Sol, little bit of buying will send it right back up here. And if we look, I mean, not really anything big until up here. So $300. I just think Sol and XRP, I mean, hey guys, Sol and XRP have been 70% of my portfolio now. And I couldn't be happier. You know, not to brag or anything, but it played out to be so well. They've been the best performing large caps, and I feel very comfortable continuing to hold them. You know, with the way Bitcoin looks, with what happened with the government, I mean, I don't know, it's just shaping up. I mean, people just have this short-term view, guys, but if we just zoom out, even just a few months, even later into this year, I mean, I think we're underestimating, guys, what's happening here. I mean, the amount of people I know that still don't even know about crypto. I mean, there is so much money on the sidelines that could flood into this market, and we're getting the regulation within a few months. And within, you know, 6 months. I mean, this is big, guys. I cannot stress it enough. I've been here basically every week since 2017. You know, I've taken a little time off, but I don't think I've spent more than a week without looking at a chart since 2017. And take it from me, what we saw here and what's coming up with the strategic digital asset reserve and the regulations, it is the most bullish thing I've ever seen for crypto. It is the most bullish thing I've ever seen for crypto. But the timeline, if you're on Twitter, people, they don't care. It's all they care about is their meme coin going up 100% in an hour, or, you know, their altcoin bags to revive. I mean, people just don't realize what's happening here on the large scale. I mean, guys, this is big. So just want to reiterate that more. See if there's anything else. Any chance to look at total? Yep, I'm just about to move on. We're about to do some high time frame analysis on total and some other key assets. So it'll definitely be super useful. So just give me a minute to catch up here. Got filled on that 290 wick. Would you hold? I mean, hey, it depends on this. You know, do you care more about missing a breakout, or do you care more about preserving the money you already made? That's what I tell everybody. Everybody always asks me that all the time, especially when I used to run my trading groups. You know, people used to say, should I hold this? And it's like, hey, would you rather, you know, close now and watch it just keep going? Would you be more mad if that happened? Or would you be more mad if it comes back down and stops you out and you didn't make anything? And that usually always answers the question. So that's my best advice to you. But yeah, potentially might do educational videos on order book and trading light. Definitely. I mean, this is I told Cade from Wolf Crypto, you know, last time on our stream, this is the final boss here. This is what I call the final boss. This is the most powerful analysis I've ever learned. That's why I have your notifications on. Appreciate that. Might take a look at Link as well. Definitely might take a look at Link as well. Which tool are you using? This is all through Trading Light, and then I use a few other things. Agar right here, which we're about to go to before we move on to the total. Utility, the XRP is unbelievable, especially with the stable coin. I agree. I mean, it's got utility. It's definitely got utility, guys. Is reading light order block will be visible automatically. They got a lot of forums on here, so if you buy, you know, you could get a pretty good base understanding of it. Yeah, Andrew says the black swan of FTX, Luna. Now Trump is our golden phoenix. I agree. I mean, hey guys, it's the golden age. So let's see. And if you guys saw the Trump video I posted yesterday, I went through and cut it out. He said, like, word for word, like, crypto is going to go up more than you guys ever thought. So, you know, let's take it from him, even though it's already happened. Let's take it from him. So yeah, one last thing here before we move on to high time frame analysis. Bitcoin, you know, if you guys know what's happening here, you see how flows are just so low. I I mean, look, this is total flows up and down. Flows are just incredibly low. I mean, compared to what we saw. So, and then we look here on, the individual flows. One thing I like to see here, guys, is Binance is bidding. Binance Spot is bidding. That is usually a pretty good sign. If Binance was selling off into this consolidation, I'd be a bit more, not concerned, but just a bit more on edge, So the fact that Binance, which really runs the markets, the fact that they're buying right here, definitely a good sign to see. Same thing with Bybit. I'll continue to monitor that. And then same thing here with XRP, guys. I'm sure you guys have seen Bitstamp and Coinbase. Man, they do not slow down on their buying. They just continue to buy. It's pretty crazy. But on the flip side, it's like, look right when we topped. We topped when Binance stopped bidding. Yellow line, Binance stopped bidding. They've been selling off ever since. But on a good note, all of this market selling pressure, and look at price, sideways. We call that absorption, guys. It's a super useful term in order flow. It's called absorption. So we have a major selling, market selling, but price is not following that same trend. That means that there's passive buyers here, limit buyers that continue to fill and sit there in active support for all the market selling. So, if I see this on a low time frame, it's about an 80% hit rate that we go higher. So we'll see if it works here. It's definitely, of course, a larger time frame, but this is something that's super interesting and useful to see here. So yeah, all right, let's move on here. And like I said, guys, any questions, feel free to send them in. Would love to cover everything. Any questions you guys have here, and I know you guys have a few requests here, so I guess I'll just do that real quick. I'll look at ADA for you guys real quick. ADA is in a good consolidation structure. I don't really chart it too much, but if we take a look at VWAPs here, and if we put a volume profile up here, let's see. This is, let's put a little bit smaller one on here. This here to me is just it's pretty similar to Hbar. It's a good consolidation structure. I mean, this is obviously, we're on the edge of breaking a shorter term uptrend here, but in a simple view, I think that this is definitely a bullish consolidation. And if we zoom out, I mean, it's happening above our previous local high, and then at that support level right there. So same thing with this though, guys. I mean, I'll just jump on strength. If we're waiting here, and if you're trading, these are the times I like to just jump on strength. And jumping on strength is a clear break in structure. Clear break in structure is above this level. So if you can of course hop in here, lower a little bit higher risk, but if we clear above here, we're spending time, we flip that. I mean, it's almost a guarantee we're going to sweep those highs. So, I think that, like I said, guys, the whole market, I mean, Bitcoin is going to run the show as usual. And my analysis earlier on in the stream, Bitcoin is not bearish to me right now. Even if that means we come down a few more $1,000 or fake out longs or take out longs, I just don't see Bitcoin in a bearish view. I mean, it doesn't seem bearish to me. I know people are concerned, but yeah, ADA's ISO compliant for my research. Yes, I think that's true. I think that is definitely true. But yeah, let's look at Hbar, and then we'll do some high time frame analysis here. So Hbar, obviously weaker than XRP, but at the same time, it went up a lot more. So 820% compared to XRP's 500%. So, Hedera is an interesting thing. I actually, I never knew about the hash graphs, and, I did some research on Hedera a few nights ago, because after seeing Elon Musk meeting with public blockchains, I'm like, what's the main contender? And I mean, guys, Hbar is the best performing asset since the election, in the top 100, maybe even top 150. So Hedera's got something there. It's very, very efficient, very fast. But at the same time, it's got half the supply locked, just like XRP. Nobody talks about that. And there's like Google, IBM, big tech companies run validators. So I don't know. I mean, Hbar's positioned to like very easily integrate into enterprise systems. So I'm keeping eyes on Hbar. I'll be honest. I missed the pump on Hbar. I used to have Hbar back then, but I just dumped the bags because, I mean, up until the election, I mean, these coins were, were not doing well. I mean, they were really not doing well. So it's really the same thing here on Hbar. I mean, You know, I could get nitty gritty about a lot of different analysis, but I just keep it simple here. I mean, we flipped a massive resistance we were under for 35 days. It's holding well. I mean, this looks like XRP, just a little bit weaker. So I would assume that this resolves upwards with the rest of the market here, guys. And you know, these strong coins, they're probably going to continue to be strong coins. So that's kind of the way I'll look at that. But yeah, so no other questions there. I got Hbar, XLM. Let's take a look now at some high time frame analysis. I love high time frame analysis. Super, super beneficial, cool stuff here. And what I like to use for this, guys, is I'll use my basic template here. So this is RSI, stochastic, and logarithmic MACD. You guys probably don't see me use this a lot, but this is what I built my entire career off of, or everything was built on these, guys. I used to only use these three indicators, and they worked well for me. I mean, they really, really did, but that was, 2017, 2018, 2019. And then, of course, I continued to evolve and add more stuff on there. But this stuff works on high time frame, guys. It really does. So you guys are about to see what I mean here on where I think we're at. So we look at RSI right here. This to me is not a bearish RSI. This isn't how cycle tops are put in. That's how a cycle top is put in, or even something like that. And they're done high. They're done above 80. So, that's the first thing I'll say in the most basic way. I mean, this is not a bearish RSI. An RSI can be used badly or wrong. The more you look at it, the more you use it, the more you kind of can find the nuance on it. So, we're even breaking, look, we're above the November. So strength is even higher than it was in November, but price isn't. So, to me, that's one other thing. This is definitely a bullish setup to me. Same thing here with LMACD. We usually, historically speaking, we've hit this downtrend. So a few more months of uptrending to finish off, and then consolidate in the summer, it lines up perfectly. It's like, I'll put it to you guys this way. This is the time where the biggest move should happen. Like, this is the exact time where the biggest move should happen, with RSI just chilling above 70. I mean, remember, this is the total crypto market cap here. So, RSI just chilling above 70 like that, I don't know. It just looks primed, to say the least. It looks totally, totally primed. And like I said, that doesn't mean tomorrow we pump to go to the sky. Doesn't even mean next week. But in the next month, too, I mean, everything is just completely primed here, guys. Like, completely primed. And here we see on Total 2 and Total 3, they haven't even broken out, or Total 3 has, and kind of brings my point home even more. Look, RSI is the highest it's been in 2-3 years, but price isn't. So price hasn't even reacted to that. And look, Total 3 is consolidating right below its previous all-time high. Guys, this is super bullish setups here. I mean, it really, really is. If I look at it the simplest view, I mean, this is bullish setups here. Very, very bullish setups here. So here with Bitcoin, this is what I really wanted to, show is Bitcoin here. I mean, guys, we look at this as well. Same thing with this RSI. This is not how tops are put in. You get very fierce, quick. We don't do a double 3 tap. I mean, these are quick, fierce rejections here. This to me is not a top. Not a top. I don't see any indication that that's a top. And this is why I say this high time frame analysis using MACD, stochastic, RSI, it's good, guys. Really, really good. Low time frame stuff, I don't really use it anymore. Sometimes I might look at RSI, but this stuff is good for the high time frame. I mean, I predicted the cycle bottom just by doing just by looking at a bullish divergence. I mean, look at how simple this bullish divergence was right here. And Bitcoin hit 15K. I mean, just the most textbook bullish divergence. Same thing here with the MACD. Same thing here with the Stoke. It didn't even go lower. So I mean, this is some powerful stuff right here. People laugh at it, people, oh, that's the simplest stuff, this and that. I mean, but guys, it works. If you know how to use it, totally, totally works. So let me just reiterate my point. Bitcoin is in a position where it could surge to 140, 150. That's right before that happens is when we see indicators that look primed like this. Ethereum, it's more questionable. XRP here, this is what I really wanted to drill home, just to show guys that like this time, enjoy it while it's here. Enjoy it while it's here, because we see, I mean, XRP's 1 month RSI is just chilling at 85. I mean, this is when the biggest moves occur. This is totally when the biggest moves occur. And we could see, you know, it doesn't have any signs of slowing down right now. Same thing with Stoke. Stoke actually hit its highest since it did in 2017. It didn't even go that high in 2021. Look, we had bearish divergence here in 2021. Same thing here with the lawsuit pump. You know, it didn't even go that high. So here we go, where Stoke is just now reaching 100. That's when the biggest moves occur. I mean, look, this is when Stoke reached 100, probably right about there, because that candle was just about to close. And then bam, of course, you know, and much, much, much higher to go. So this is my high time frame view of this stuff, guys. And then same thing with Sol. I mean, Sol, to me, these look questionable, but there's not enough data to really look. This RSI, I mean, man, thing looks completely primed to really put in another higher leg as well. And we just look on the monthly chart here, guys. I mean, this, once again, I mean, this is just, this doesn't, we need to look at price action. These are not characteristics of a top. Can you guys spot the difference here? I mean, that's a pretty big difference, wouldn't you say? I mean, you know, we spent 1 month up there. Basically we didn't even close above 210. You know, we've had 2 closes above that. So this to me as well shows, I mean, I could see $400 or $500 Sol this year, totally. $400 or $500 Sol totally. Same thing here with Doge. I mean, Doge is, you know, one last pop. We get a little bit more strength. This is about to go right back into 70 area. You know, this is the time where the biggest moves occur. Same thing here with ADA. I mean, ADA hasn't even broken above its 70, which that's where, historically speaking, we see the largest moves. And then Link as well. Link, super bullish. Link, I had the pleasure to accumulate down here. I did sell over here, but I've started accumulating a little bit more over the past months, because Link is the glue to all of the blockchain world. Link connects external data with the blockchain data. So super useful project, US based. I can't see it not doing well. I think that 30, you know, 36, I think it's just time. Just time until Link goes up there as well. And I mean, you know, look, Link is primed in my honest opinion. And then same thing here with XLM. So let's finish off here with XLM. And then if there's anything else you guys want me to look at on high time frame, be glad to do so. But we see here on XLM, we go on the monthly again. You know, this right here is when the big moves would occur. We already had one tap above there, but look at Stoke. Stoke's gunning right back up higher. You know, MACD broke that downtrend. And just to put it simply, if I had to take a guess, XLM might be one of the best opportunities left in this market. If this market's going higher, I think XLM, percentage-wise, for a lower risk, because it's a larger cap, I think XLM might be one of the best kind of, you know, opportunities. Granted, the market does put it in its next leg, of course. And my target for that, I'll give you a target for XLM. I think we could see XLM hit 150 to 2. I think XLM could hit 150 to 2. I think that would be a, you know, very reasonable. And right now, what's that, like 300%? Yeah, like 400%. Which, you know, it's definitely good if you've been holding from down here as well. It's really good gains. So yeah. And then Sui, I know Andrew in the comments, he loves Sui, but it's hard for me to say. I mean, Sui's, it's just up so much. I mean, it's, you know, it's up incredible amount. I mean, it's up 1,000% since March, or August, actually. You know, Sui's been really strong. Really strong. And something like Sui, that's where I'll throw on like a moving average band. Kind of just look and say, okay, you know, let's pop it onto like a 1 day, or maybe even a 1 week or a 2 day. I think I need some larger time frames on there. Let's see. Up over to a 1 to 200 band. Yeah, like, see, like, this is something where it's like simple. You know, like, look at when we broke our 1 to 200 band right there. You know, it was like a little tiny break of the 1 to 200 band. Bam, you know, went into bearishness. So same thing here, still holding its band. You know, completely fine for me to see. Also, so yeah, let's see what you guys got to say here. Ina, I think I did some analysis on Ina for somebody else recently. Where is Ina? Ina's an interesting one, you know, with its stable coin. Definitely an interesting one. Here we go. Ina here. This is something as well where I said, you know what, it's up a good amount. doesn't look the best compared to some alts. I'm just going to jump on strength. So simply put, we can see ENA above 98, 99. I think that that's a guarantee. It's a pretty strong probability that we're putting in our next leg. And to be honest, you could jump on strength right there and probably print a 50% at least, 40, 50%. So I would definitely, just keep eyes on that. If you're trading it, I don't know if that looks the best to kind of hop in right now. Me personally would rather just hop on strength there. Virtual, there's not going to be much for me to say about virtuals. What is it? It's not, it's not really something that, I don't know. It's already just up so much. Look at this chart. I have no interest in this, to be honest. It's up 164x since October. So, it's, yeah, that's not really me at this point. I've already missed it. I knew about virtuals back here. I had a friend that launched an agent, and I just slept on it. Didn't expect it to go. Look at the log chart. The linear chart. Absolutely crazy. Totally crazy. Jupe. Yeah, Jupe, they came out and said that they'd be buying, I think, 50% of their profits or fees to, where do I have that Jupe chart I had? To, basically come out and buy back Jupe. So, I think that Jupe, compared to Radium, which is the other Solana DEX, I don't know. It's just been chopping. So once again, it's like you want to play this range or you want to like wait in longs hoping for a breakout. We can see our value area right there. Held the value area low, value area high. So me personally, this is another one, guys. I'll just jump on strength. Rather be late to the party than to show up at the wrong one. Always remember that. In the way that we're in this crypto environment we're in right now, it's way better to just be late and hop on strength than to sit there for months and months and months and chop. And it's like, people that held Jupe, people that held Jupe the last 7 months, look, it's been probably, it's not been fun. It's not been fun. So just hop on strength. Jupe breaks this, probably going to put in at least 50 to 100% after. We just need to wait for that break of structure. So yeah. Sui, Jupe. Just take a look at DOT. I think this is probably a good segue into the one of the last things I wanted to cover here for today is the liquidity fragmentation we're seeing. So what I did yesterday, let me know, you guys want me to share this watch list? Basically what I did is I used ChatGPT to kind of reformat a text file for me so I don't have to do this all myself. And what I did is I plotted the entire 150, top 150 against total 2. So total 2 is basically altcoins, including Ethereum. We just exclude Bitcoin because Bitcoin's been in a league of its own. So if we just exclude Bitcoin and just chart things against everything, including Ethereum, this is what I wanted to talk about. We're entering the end stages of something in this market, guys. The liquidity is being fragmented so much because we have coins launching all the time. Non-stop coins are launching. And what happens is there's not enough money to go around. That's why I don't think we're going to see a full-blown alt cycle. I don't think we're going to see a full-blown alt season. It might be a week, 2 weeks where everything goes up, but it's not going to be like what it used to be, guys. I don't think so. Would love to be wrong. No problem being wrong there. I just think that you'd rather have lower expectations and then let the reality exceed them than to sit here and have this high expectation waiting around for this mega alt season that never comes. It's like, rather just expect not to have an alt season than if you have one, you're happier. But if you are sitting here expecting all day, weeks and weeks saying, this alt season's coming, it's right around the corner, and what if it never comes? It's like you're just going to leave yourself in disappointment. So I basically went through. I'm just going to scroll through real quick here, guys. Look at Ethereum against the altcoins since 2018. Ethereum has just been, it's very, very embarrassing. XRP, it's been performing very, very well since June. It's up, against the altcoin market, it's up 400%. Sol as well. Sol's been, look at this chart. It's compared to some of these you guys are about to see. This is incredible, the strength that Sol has shown. BNB as well, pretty strong coin against the altcoin market. This is over the last 7 years. Doge as well, pretty strong. Cardano, decently strong. TRX, pretty strong. Link, decently strong. And look, you guys are probably going to see that these are large caps. These are US based as well, besides TRX maybe. And, you know, that might be another reason that we're entering the stages where we might actually see these things actually solve a solution in the real world. What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments. You guys think we're going to continue in this just speculation bubble of just these hundreds of projects that are going to do nothing? Or are we entering the phase where utility wins, where things like XRP, XLM, Hbar, the things that is sold that actually have a use case, that actually have, you know, a utility, that are fast, efficient, are those going to be the winners? Are we at that point? Because it really feels like it. It feels like we might be entering that stage. So here's another one, AVAX. I mean, this has not been doing well. You know, look, it can't catch a break against the altcoin market. XLM been doing great. Hbar, Ton not been doing well either. Sui, obviously really good up until recently. Kind of lost its momentum right there against the altcoin market. Sheeb, it did well back then, but you know, since then it's been just been going down. Polkadot, I wanted to keep it for here. Anyone who's into Polkadot, you know, I hate to say it, but you know, something like this is, you know, it just keeps bleeding. You're better off holding Bitcoin. You know, you've been better off holding Bitcoin. Same thing with Litecoin. You know, Litecoin's just been bleeding against the market. Bitcoin Cash, same thing. Uni can't catch a break against the altcoin market. See what else we got. Near as well. And see, the reason why I look at this stuff, guys, is because to win in this game now, you need to be a master at rotations. So everybody watching, if you guys are holding these altcoins and they've been doing bad, no financial advice, but maybe just hop on strength. You know, it was the thing that everybody said not to do, and I didn't do it back then because it's like, hey, you chase the pumps, and then once you chase them, the coin you were in forever pumps. But that might not happen. That might not happen this cycle. Look at Aptos, cannot catch a break against the altcoin market. ICP cannot catch a break. You know, Ethereum Classic. What else we got here? VeChain, Matic. I mean, look at Matic against the altcoin market, guys. Like, you don't want to be holding these things. In my opinion, you do not want to be holding these things. Even if tomorrow these things start pumping, like, you know, I think it's time that we let the market tell us what's happening. The market has found a few winners recently, and those winners might continue to, you know, be winners. See, anything else? Look at Arbitrum. I mean, you know, Arbitrum is, I mean, Arb is just, you know, it's been getting shredded. I see some chats here. Let's see. We have different chains for different use cases. You guys are right. It's going to be different chains for different use cases, but there's not going to be 1,000 chains. There's probably going to be 5 or 10, maybe 15. And we might be seeing the first stages of the chains that are going to be the winners. You know, so it's just, I just want to just provoke some thoughts in you guys. If you guys are holding a lot of these altcoins, like, might not be the time anymore. You know, it might be the utility bull run. Might be. And I mean, hey, it's been so far. Look at since the election. Ondo will be one of the winners. Ondo, I actually hold Ondo. Ondo's been, you know, it's been a good one. RWA, really good. What's the deal with ICP? Like, is there anything there? I always see people pushing on TikTok. ICP one day popped in the top 20, and people are like, what is this? And it was this big VC backed, and, you know, they've been crazy inflation. So I don't know. I mean, ICP, I don't know enough about the technicals, but all I need to see is this. All I need to see is this. It's like, you want to be holding this? Better off holding Bitcoin. You know, jump on strength. This has just been getting shredded against the altcoin market. So yeah, what else we got here? We got Render, Kaz, Algo. You know, showing a pretty good bounce. Broke its downtrend of the last 4 years. What else? Ina, pretty strong, but like we see here, you know, breaking down a little bit. Atom, the most embarrassing one of them all. Cosmos, I don't know what happened to Cosmos, but man, they dropped the ball in some way. I mean, this is, you know, incredible. Same thing with Tia, Celestia. I mean, if you've been holding Tia the last year, you're not a happy camper, especially when you see XRP pump like it has, you know. Same thing with Optimism. Radium, man, strong coin. Very strong coin. Had the pleasure to accumulate down here. Sold over here in the summer, but happy with profits. So yeah, we can keep going through these. This is basically the top 150, but you guys can see, I mean, look at INJ. You know, look at Stacks, STX. I mean, these coins just keep bleeding. So if you're looking at this, and let me know if you guys want me to share this, I'll be glad to share this. I think I could share a link on my X, and you guys can look at, just keep a look at this type of stuff. And if your coin's going down, it's better to hold Bitcoin. It's that simple. It's better to hold Bitcoin. And I know people don't like to hear that, but it'd be better to look at Bitcoin. I mean, not look at, it's a hold Bitcoin. And we could keep going through here, guys. So yeah, let's see what else you guys got to say here. Don't sleep on Kaspa. Yeah, Kaspa did very well, but it's been going a little bit sideways. IOTA, let's see. Do I have IOTA on here? Yeah, here we go. So IOTA, bleeding terribly against the altcoin market. It was down 99%. 99%. And then just recently, it popped up a few 100%, but still it's not enough for me to say, at that point I'd hop over to USD charts and say, what's it looking like here? So yeah, like I said, guys, we could go through a lot of these, but you guys get the point. What I'm trying to say is that we might be entering the time where only 10, 15 projects are the winners. Those might be the winners. And it's like, if you're holding these coins that keep trending to zero against the altcoin market or even Bitcoin, it's not going to be a happy ending. So I just want to really, really say that. And this right here is super resource intensive on my computer, but let's see if it works here. Not the spaghetti. Let's see here. I think it should be fine. But if we pull up the spaghetti here, look at the top performers since the election. Hbar, BGB, that's an exchange token, so we're not even going to consider that. XRP, virtual popped in after, so I'm not considering that. XLM, Algo, Ohm, ADA, IOTA, Link. I mean, guys, these are what people have looked at as utility. These are those ISO coins. So I don't know. Is it a coincidence that they've been going up since the election? When Elon Musk is meeting with public blockchains, you think Trump's going to partner with a non-US based blockchain? I don't see it. I don't see it at all. It's going to be a US based blockchain, and we know the options there. We totally know the options there. So yeah. And last thing I wanted to cover here is XRP against everything. I mean, XRP, for all you guys that love XRP, let me just watch closely here. I'm about to go through what I've been talking about for the last 2 weeks. So number one, XRP against total. If we break this resistance, guys, I think we're going to print at least 100, 200%, at least against total. Same thing with total 2, total 3, altcoin market. I mean, it's just been showing really, really, it has not backed down. It has not backed down at all. XRP against Bitcoin is one of the best ones. See this resistance we're at? We break this resistance, I'm pretty sure we're going to quickly revalue right there. Right there. I mean, this is going to be tremendous. Same thing with XRP Ethereum. My target is up here. XRP versus BNB broke its resistance of 4 years. XRP against Sol, even outperforming Sol, and we know that Sol's one of the strongest coins. XRP versus Doge. Same thing here. We break this top resistance here. I mean, this thing's going to go for a little ride. XRP XLM. Same thing here. I mean, it's been really strong. I'm sure you guys have seen that top trend line I've been looking at. We'll see what happens here. XRP breaks this, it's going to outperform XLM. It will continue to do so. What else? What are some other good ones here? Look at XRP against Uniswap. I mean, man. You're up 360% in the last month and a half if you were holding XRP compared to Uniswap. XRP against gold. It's one of my favorites. Look at where we're at here, guys. Just breaking out of a 7-year resistance. This is big. Super, super big. Same thing here with silver. Broken retest that previous resistance, 2021. Same thing here with the US 30, Dow Jones, US 500. This is the best one, the NASDAQ. It puts home my point, guys, that if XRP fully clears the level it's at right now, the thing is going to go for a complete ride, in my opinion. I think it's going to go for a very, very strong ride. So, just be prepared just to watch that happen. Same thing here with the Russell 2000 small cap stocks. XRP versus Tesla, big one. I mean, look, it's trying to break that resistance of the last 4 years, 5 years. XRP versus the M1 money supply, hasn't even hit an all-time high. Same thing against M2. This one's one of my favorites too. Look at oil. XRP versus oil. Broken retest its 2021 high. trying to gunner for that all-time high right there. XRP versus the VIX, another favorite one I had. Broken retest. You know, like this is the most bullish setup we can get here. So, and then XRP versus Platinum at an all-time high. So yeah, I love this stuff. These custom denominations here, guys, they're awesome. This is the best one for last. This is the one I've been using to kind of talk to the all the Bitcoin maxis. I've been using this one. This one here is, they all come out with the, look at XRP against, Bitcoin. It's down 70% against its all-time high. Well, guess what, guys? Bitcoin is down 90% against its all-time high against XRP. How about that? How about perspective? People fail to look at perspective. It's like, this is what I posted earlier on. If you guys were wondering, I posted this earlier today, and I said, what does this mean? Is the underlying asset stronger, or is the overlying asset weaker, or vice versa? And it's like, oh, if Bitcoin is this complete sound money, why has it failed to make an all-time high against XRP every single cycle? It's in a downtrend against XRP. These people, they won't look at this, though. They will not look at this. And this is where my prediction also comes in, that I think that XRP is going to hit this level. Or not that, what was it? I think it's this level down here. I think that XRP can be equivalent to about 10,000, or one Bitcoin, 10,000 XRP. You guys can do the math. Bitcoin stays the same, that's $10. Bitcoin goes to 150, that's $15. And why I think that's not crazy to say is because it's happened before. It's happened many times. Months and months, one Bitcoin was equivalent to 10,000 XRP. And the best of it last is, this is what, September, right here. You bought Bitcoin and XRP January 2014. You have made more money on XRP. Crazy to say, guys. Crazy to say. But yes, people just fail to look at this. They just want to cherry pick the data, and they don't want to show that type of stuff. So yeah, guys, I think that's a good roundup. I definitely went through most of what I wanted to. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. I'll stick around here if you guys got more questions or anything else that you want me to cover real quick. Would be glad to do so. I guess the last thing I'll cover here is, I posted this. What is the market trying to tell us? Why are these coins the top gainers? It's like people don't want to look at this. The OG people on crypto Twitter, crypto X, whatever you want to call it, they think that this is complete baloney. All of these coins they laugh at. But who's laughing? If you were holding these, you outperform the entire market. Maybe excluding some mini meme coins and tiny on-chain coins, Oh, and this is the last thing I want to say. If nobody else saw this, or people watching, if you guys did not see this, this to me, I was talking to ChatGPT 4.0, and look, I mean, it even said the SEC case, a smokescreen likely to delay retail overexposure until institutional systems are ready. I mean, guys, this is coming from the most neutral AI there is. It's like, I didn't tell it to say that. I was very, very, unbiased with my questions here. And it goes through Hbar, governance focused, enterprise grade, XDC. It said a lot to do. And then the last thing here, this is my favorite. The rise of XRP, XLM, Hbar, XCC isn't random. It's a clear signal that the global financial system is shifting. These ISO 20020 coins are being positioned as the backbone of a new interoperable monetary network to replace outdated systems like SWIFT. Their performance suggests insiders are aligning behind them, preparing for a transition involving CBDCs, trade finance, and blockchain infrastructure. In my view, this is part of a coordinated evolution, a financial reset where utility-driven assets thrive while speculative ones fade. Guys, think about that. What's if we actually are in what I would call the end game of the crypto adoption cycle? And with these meme coins being so popular, that's all a distraction. What's if that's actually happening? What's if Trump launched that meme coin to distract people? I know it's a little conspiracy, but hey, we got to think about all the options here. Like, what's if that's the truth? Everybody's focused on these meme coins, at least the people that are entering the space, a lot of them. And behind the scenes, what's if these are all the lifeblood of what's about to happen? And the fact that ChatGPT said this, guys, I did not tell it to say anything specific. Like, this is what I said. I just told it to think deep, think outside the box, and look what it said. I mean, this is crazy to me. The market is quietly pointing to these coins as key players in the future of global finance, and the timing is no coincidence. Deliberate, strategic, inevitable. There is a wealth transfer in motion. And this stuff is awesome to me. Absolutely love this type of stuff. And just for you guys to know, the best thing for me to say is, I used to be really big into this type of stuff. Back in 2019, 2020, I was down the rabbit hole. I was really down the rabbit hole with XRP and the Swift. And I mean, I was really deep into that stuff. And then what happened is that all of these utility coins were just lackluster compared to the other opportunities out there. And they didn't do much, right? So I kind of shifted my focus to just more technicals and trading. And I said, hey, if those things, those things play out, I probably can see the starting of that. And right now we might be seeing the starting. And that's why I'm back to talking about this stuff, because guys, the market is never wrong. So what is the market telling us? Why are these coins the best performers? And I think that's the best thought-provoking thing I could, share with you guys today is something's happening here. It might be a dud. It might be a coincidence. These coins might just fade away and it was nothing. And all of it's just, conspiracy. But to not even think about this and consider this being real, you're probably cutting yourself thin. So, I'm back to really keeping eyes on this type of stuff right here. And, I think it's really, really interesting. So yeah, if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Hope you guys enjoyed that stream. Be glad to hear anything else you guys want me to cover real quick. But about an hour and 20 minutes. Definitely a good stream here. Looks like everything was well. Quality and everything should have been well. So yeah, guys, it's gonna be a fun week. But I hope that you guys took away these insights that I shared here tonight, or tonight or this morning, for whatever it is for you guys. And I think that we're on the cusp of something big, and it might be the cusp of actual utility in the crypto market. Something people have laughed about. It might be right in front of us. And one last thing, really appreciate if you guys can hit that like button. I see there's been a few hundred people in here, only 38 likes. Just starting out the YouTube, and definitely subscribe. I'll definitely be posting probably some more videos, but I think I'm going to be doing a weekly stream. The streams might be, they're probably going to start being during the week. There's a lot more people are active. Probably morning for Eastern time. So probably between 10 a.m. to like 12 throughout the week, probably pick days. But I think streams are good because I could really share my thoughts without just writing, a few hundred characters. So yeah, have you looked at XPR? I've not. Maybe I'll take a look at it and post something if I see something cool. Would you do it more often? Yeah, I'm going to be doing streams probably once a week. So definitely subscribe, guys. Definitely, like it up. And anything left, give it a minute or two. Any last questions? Be glad, about my trading, about what I think. Be glad to cover it. But otherwise, I think it was a good stream. Definitely think it was a good stream, and hope I shared my thoughts well. And yeah, I think that the next few weeks are going to be really fun. It's been boring the last week, surprisingly, but these charts say something's coming here soon. Something is coming here soon. Would you recommend consolidating portfolio into the top winners? It's hard for me to give financial advice, because that's kind of what that is. If you want my opinion, if I was holding these weak coins, what I would do is I would split 50%, and I would put them into the strong coins. And even though they're up hundreds of percent, if these coins actually are going to be part of something, even if that strategic digital asset reserve, the winners might keep winning. They might keep winning. So you do you. It's your own money. It's your own investment. But if I was in that position right now, I would look and say, hey, let me take 50% at least. Put them in these strong coins. Keep the rest of 50%. That's what I would do. So that VIX indicator is something that I created. Maybe I could share the code. Let me see. I don't know if it's any crazy type of code. It was pretty simple. Yeah, it's pretty simple. You probably could just use the built-in VIX. It's basically just plotting the candle size. All it's doing is plotting the candle size there. How long do you think XRP will keep going sideways? I give it in sometime next week. It's not going to be going sideways. Sometime next week. Great stuff, man. It's really one of the more sensible. Appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that, guys. So much value. Much love. Appreciate that. What are the key signs to jump ship from F? The key signs, if it's still stuck under 4,100 and Bitcoin's at 120 and 130K and XRP's at $5-6. That's the sign to just forget about it. And at that point, you got to just accept, even if it starts pumping, just get out of it. That's what I would do. You know, no financial advice. That's what I would do. So yeah, what is the market telling you? The market is telling me that it doesn't know what's happening, but it can't really grasp the fact that we have the most bullish crypto president, the most bullish everything. And I think that the market might realize that soon. So that's the best way I could put it. XTC, I mean, it's up a lot. You know, we need to see XRP kind of go for its next leg in the entire market. Don't have too many thoughts on that. It's already up just a great amount. Yeah, awesome, guys. Appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. Great interactive stream. I'll share that top 100 list. I love my watch list here. Got a lot of different watch lists. Love the unique pairings. But yeah, I just thinking if there was any last thing. I don't think so. I think that was it. I think that's it. I think that these ISO coins here, they're really telling us something. Let's keep looking at what the market's saying. And hey, last thing I'll say actually is only thing that changed from Trump's speech was Bitcoin reserve to crypto asset reserve. So somebody educated him. Somebody told him, hey, you know, and actually I'll give my final thoughts about that. If the United States only has a Bitcoin reserve, what happens if Satoshi is revealed as being from South Korea or North Korea, Russia, or somebody, or it's some criminal? What happens? Bitcoin probably crashes. I hate to say it, but Bitcoin crashes. And then what happens to their reserve? It goes to zero. And then what happens to the US-based cryptos? The money probably flows into those. So anybody with a logical brain would realize that you should never have just one reserve based on an asset that at any moment something could come out and make it just crumble. I mean, to me, that's like, you know, it's just logic. It is truly just logic. So I think that there's a good chance that XRP is going to be in that digital asset reserve if the asset reserve happens. If the asset reserve happens, and you know, plot twist, the SEC lawsuit is settled, and their settlement is they get 1 billion of the escrow. How about that? What happens to the XRP price? Probably goes crazy, and then everybody says, well, what about the escrow? Well, guess what? The government gets it for free. What does every government now see? Oh, they hold XRP. You know, they hold Bitcoin. They hold XRP. And yeah. Plot twist, Satoshi is David Schwartz. How about that? You know, how about that, Bitcoin maxis? You know, you guys are arguing with Satoshi right there, and he's the CTO for Ripple. How about that? That'd be a good plot twist. Either way, we're in a great timeline, guys. It's an awesome time. Hope you guys all enjoy it. And yeah, keep hearing potential of zero capital gains. We really think it's feasible. I don't think it's feasible. I would love it. It would be crazy. It would be awesome. But to think that the Congress, that most of them hate Trump still, to think that they're going to approve 0% capital gains on one asset class, it would have to be like stocks as well or something. You know, it would. I don't know. I can't see that happen. That's the other thing, guys. Tread lightly on Twitter and X. These people shout stuff for engagement. They don't realize. They say, who's Eric Trump, the son of the president, is confirming 0% capital gains? Trump can't even do anything about that. All he can do is order the IRS or order Congress to vote on it. So, use ChatGPT to educate yourself, because people, they throw out stuff and they never realize even what it is. The Bitcoin maxi meltdown will be epic. One more leg and it's going to be very fun. My understanding, the reserve is what's gifted or acquired. Yeah, and they might acquire new coins, I can't see how they can have capital gains and XRP if they'll also be used as a currency. We'll see what happens. It's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a super fun time. But yeah, that's my last thoughts about that. Anyone who thinks that it should only be a Bitcoin reserve, they're not using logic. And the only thing that they have, these Bitcoin maxis have, is that Satoshi is anonymous. If Satoshi was, the guy down the road, or, some guy who went to, some college, you think Bitcoin would be what it is today? No. The only thing that keeps Bitcoin unique is the anonymous creator. That's literally the only thing, and that can change tomorrow. So that's why it's just so funny to me. And I love both. You know, I love, you know, I think I shouldn't say love, but I mean, I've been a fan of Bitcoin since the start, and XRP as well. You know, so publicly anonymous at least. Yeah, I would agree. Definitely agree. So yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed that stream. Hour and a half, great stream. Like I said, it's gonna probably be doing once a week. So definitely subscribe, hit that like button. Definitely helps me. I just launched this channel a month ago. I used to do a lot of live streams in private groups back then. Then I shifted all my focus to Twitter, public stuff, and now I'm back to it doing public analysis here. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be super fun, and I guess we'll end here on XRP. Yeah, I mean this thing's so primed. I mean, just look at the candles. You know, this thing's primed. But like I said, don't be surprised. Could happen. Might see that. Freak everyone out. So, you know, don't be surprised. It could happen. And hey, if we just do that straight up, great. Awesome. Awesome. Logged in late. Thank you for doing live streams of honest analysis like you and Cred and blockchain backer. I'm still in crypto. Appreciate that, guys. Last thing I'll end with, there's a lot of people out there that act like they know a lot, that act like they're experts, but they just spew garbage. And I hate to insult anyone. It's just I see so much of that, and I hate to. The only reason that it makes me, you know, upset or, you know, I don't like that is because it uneducates people, and I'm not about that. You don't want to misinform your audience. So I think that blockchain backer he's a very good at sharing analysis. He has a very good skill. His videos are awesome. He's probably my favorite. If I had to pick anyone, you know, I don't even really listen or look at other analysts just because of where I'm at in, you know, my career with this all. I don't let anyone else really influence my opinions. But blockchain backer is definitely probably my favorite analyst all around for, you know, the best type of data. He could just share data, whether he's even right or wrong. He could share data in an amazing way. Is XRP a long-term hold? Buy and forget for about 10 years? I don't know. A lot of things can change in then, guys. So yeah, but awesome. Appreciate everyone. Hit that like one more time if you haven't before you get out of there. Subscribe. We'll be doing a lot more of these, but it's gonna be a fun time here, guys. Gonna be a fun time here, guys. So hope you all enjoyed it. Enjoy your weekend or enjoy your Monday or wherever you're at. We will chat soon.